In a startling study at the University of Winnipeg, 200 Americans were offered a $10 lottery ticket. The catch? To keep the full $10 value, they had to read 8 arguments against their view on same-sex marriage. If they chose to read arguments they already agreed with, the prize dropped to $7. Nearly 2/3 of participants, on both sides of the aisle, willingly threw away money just to avoid hearing the other side. Think about that. We aren't just stubborn. We are literally willing to pay a belief tax just to protect our worldview. Why do we deny facts that are staring us in the face? Why did a Pew Research study find that only 15% of conservative Republicans trust climate scientists, compared to 70% of liberal Democrats? Today, we're diving into the Enigma of Reason to find out why your brain thinks facts are the enemy. It seems illogical, right? In a world of infinite information, being right should be our top priority. But according to cognitive scientists Hugo, Mercier, and Sperber, we've been looking at reason all wrong. Evolution didn't design your brain to be a truth-seeking missile. Instead, reasoning evolved to help ancestral hunter-gatherers cooperate in small groups. Back on the African plains, being right, but alone, meant death. Being wrong, but part of the tribe, meant survival. Therefore, our brains developed to prioritize social identity over scientific accuracy. We don't use logic to find the truth. We use it to justify our standing within our tribe. Now, you might think, well, smart people won't fall for this. People who are good at math or science will follow the data. Actually, the opposite is often true. Yale professor Dan Kahan conducted an experiment with over 1,100 people. He gave them a complex math problem about the effectiveness of a skin cream. As expected, the people best at math got it right. But then, he kept the exact same numbers and changed the context to a highly political issue: handgun bans. Suddenly, being good at math didn't help. Instead, highly numerate Republicans used those math skills to prove the ban failed, while brilliant Democrats used the same numbers to prove it worked. Here is the valuable insight. Intelligence isn't a shield against bias. It's a tool we use to build more sophisticated defenses for our existing beliefs. The smarter you are, the better you are at rationalizing why the facts are wrong. If you've ever felt a surge of anger during a political debate, there's a biological reason for it. In another study, participants compared listening to opposing views to having a tooth pulled, and it's hardwired. Jonas Kaplan at the University of Southern California put liberal voters into an MRI scanner. When their political beliefs were challenged, blood flowed rapidly to the parts of the brain associated with basic identity and emotional threats. To your brain, a challenge to your worldview feels like a physical attack. We deny facts because admitting we are wrong feels like losing a piece of ourselves. So, does fact-checking even work? During the 2016 debates, researchers corrected misleading claims for a group of voters. The result? People acknowledged the claims were inaccurate, but it didn't change their opinion of the candidate one bit. We can concede a fact and still dismiss the truth. We are living in an era where information is everywhere, but our hunter-gatherer brains are still trying to keep us safe within our tribes. If we want to solve global issues like climate change or social inequality, we have to realize that we aren't fighting a lack of information. We're fighting 50,000 years of biology. Next time you see a fact that makes you angry, take a breath. It's not just an argument. It's your brain trying to protect you. The real question is, are you brave enough to look past the tribe? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next briefing.